All right, good morning, everyone, as we get ready for the 60th Annual Bi-County Tournament as Triton and Glenn get ready to square off for the JV semifinal as a rematch of these two from a couple weeks ago where they met. Glenn won that one in a nail-biter. They're at the end 36-34, giving Triton their second loss on the year. The Trojans averaging 55 points a game, allowing 26. Coached by Caleb Ochin in his 8-2 here in his first year. Connor Shreve, the head coach for the Falcons, defeating Argus the other night to punch their ticket. Triton got the buys, and Triton has not played a ball game since January 17th. And that was against Culver. No, I'm sorry. Have not played. No, Glenn was their last game on January 14th, so it's my excuse me on that one. So, but Triton now finally getting their first game in a long time. Caleb Ochin's going to see. Hopefully his team will shake off the rust here to start and be ready to roll as Glenn takes the floor. Our starting lineups out there for tonight, we're going to have Blaze Hensley is going to be starting with Jamison Swanson, Levi McFarland, Colton Large, and Max Johnson out there for the Trojans. Out there for the Falcons, we'll have Coda Nyman, Grant Romer, Drennan Nance, James Messer, and Hunter Howard, the five out there to start for the Falcons, as they will be wearing the white uniforms with red numbers across the chest and for their numbers. Triton, of course, in their away blue uniforms, white numerals outlined in gold. Officials are going to change for this game. Colton Large will meet James Messer out there at the center circle to get this one underway. We'll see how well I do talking here this morning. I'm awake, I hope. And Glenn controls the tip. Romer leaves it for Howard. McFarland going to pick him up there before he crosses half court. So back him down, try to find some space there. Howard with the crossover dribble, works here to the near side. McFarland stuck to him tight. Really trying to force that 5 seconds. Caleb Ochin begging for 5 seconds, didn't get the call. On the far side there, Messer in the corner. Back on top to Howard. Howard scanning. Trying to get a swipe at it. Messer now on the left wing. Rolls up top. Nance with the basketball. Colton Large. Both teams trying to get woke up in this first set. Nyman lost it, regains control. Howard with the up fake. He'll stop. Kicks it back to Nyman. He'll try a catch and shoot three. No good. Doesn't quite catch it. And it goes off of Triton. He'll stay right here at the Falcons. So Nyman missing the first shot of the day from three. Caden, if you run any spots, just flip it down and ask. Howard triggers the inbound, looking up top. Max Johnson tips it. He's going to try to track it down. He's got the steal. Johnson on the side. Outside, Levi McFarland. Jameson Swanson, he'll try the dribble drive. Floater in the middle. Off the mark, no good. Rebound, Nance. Howard now hands it off to Nyman. Want to give it back to Howard and does. And trying to open things up. McFarland comes out to guard Triton in their man defense. Messer right back. Messer now in the corner. Max Johnson to pick him up. Nance, corner three from the way. Counted off the assist. Triton up tight, trying to get some revenge off that game these two teams they last played. Nyman goes back to Howard, knocked out of bounds by McFarland. Will stay right here. Triton only one reserve here today for this tournament. Brady Wood going to be playing varsity for this week. Howard knocked away from Blaze Hensley, regains control. Out to Messer. And he'll travel, kind of shuffle those feet just a little bit, and they'll turn it over. Of course, early morning this morning, Orion.
It is.
See.
Well, last week we were doing wrestling.
Oh, we were doing wrestling this early. No, I used to sleep in on my Saturdays. Not these last 2 weeks. McFarland now in the corner, works it down. Kickball there by Romer. Stays right here. 3 Saturdays, Caden. Okay, well. At least you're keeping you and him. Okay, yeah. Well.
No, you set up. You helped set up.
I helped set up that day. Out to Jameson Swanson. He'll dial a three. Can't get that one to connect. Messer with the rebound. And a foul call on Triton. Well, maybe. It's going to be on Levi McFarland. That'll be his first, team's first. And do our best with the fouls. It's kind of hard with the scores table on the opposite side. Try to talk loud so Wes can hear me too. Like Wes said, if all four of us are paying attention, we should catch it. One of us should at least catch it.
Could have put an instant replay screen up for us.
Put a different camera angle over there too. Could have clipped it to the doorway. Nyman now. Goes to Nance. Now to Messer. Messer scanning. Finds Nance on the right wing. Works to the top of the key. Now goes over here to Nyman in the near side corner. Messer straight away. Max Johnson picking up the shooter. Glenn very patient with their offensive approach. Looking for the right shot. Jameson Swanson, nice defense. Nance, another three. Off the front iron, no good. Messer with the rebound. Back to Nance. And a 3-second violation call on the Falcons. They'll turn it over. Now Jameson Swanson will bring it up the floor. Leaves it for Colton Large. Now to McFarland. To Max Johnson. Triton dialing up something here. Swanson puts on the brakes. Out to Colton Large. Trying to use that screen to get freed up as Arnett, who checks in, patrols the baseline to the far side corner. Colton Large is going to try to drive. Out to Swanson. Little drive, puts on the brakes. Now to Max Johnson. Good defense by the Falcons. And their man defense switching around. Both sides still trying to find some momentum here early this morning. McFarland now goes to Arnett, works it to Colton Large in the corner, down into the left block to Max Johnson, and he foul call on the Falcons. It's going to be on 24, Nance. That'll be his first, team's first. Johnson on the left elbow, outside to Levi McFarland. Catch and shoot three. Can't get the friendly bounce. And Romer gets the rebound. He puts on the brakes, leaves it for Howard. Now he'll set the table. Nyman back to Howard. Jabs and works it left. And then caught in the corner. Messer pull-up jumper from the right elbow. Off the back iron, no good. Colton Large with the rebound. Now up the floor. Arnett in transition. Dials a three. Too strong. Didn't quite catch the rim. Levi McFarland with the putback. No good, but he gets fouled on the way up. It's going to be on Romer. That'll be his first, team's second, and that will send Levi McFarland to the free throw line for 2 attempts. First trip to the free throw line here in this first quarter for either side. McFarland good on the first. Triton was 8 of 9 in that game a couple weeks ago.
Feels like yesterday.
Just feels like, yeah. The time flies when you're having fun. That's what they say anyhow. McFarland connects. Perfect trip for him from the free throw line. A 64% free throw shooter. A perfect on that trip. Nance underneath, off the assist, Banks open.
No one's held the lead for very long.
Like I said, everybody's just trying to get woke up here. Maybe the breakfast didn't quite wake him up. Coffee hasn't kicked in yet. At least that's what Caden says, because he drinks it. I don't. Swanson down the left wing. Down into Colton Large in the left block. Good tie by Messer. Good adjustment. Banks open. Colton Large with a nice move. Triton back out in front, another lead change. Large had 11 points in that contest. These two teams met the last time. Inside a minute to go here. Triton up by 2 here. The final moments of the first quarter. And Triton comes away with the steal. Up the floor, Colton Large leading it to Levi McFarland. Stops in the left block. Outside, Colton Large. Now he'll try the dribble drive. Backing down. Goes to Swanson. Left wing 3 on the way. Off the side iron, no good. Max Johnson knocks it out of bounds, and the Falcons take over. You got your commercial ready to roll.
Oh, you want one? Yeah.
So I can get my break. my 20-second break. Howard now. Hands it to Nyman. Top of the key. Rolls left. Goes to Romer. Nance now in the corner. Nyman now up top. Hands it to Howard. Howard drives on the side of the lane. Goes up with it. And a charge call. Levi McFarland drawing it. Howard must have just dipped the shoulder just enough, and a nice job by McFarland to try to absorb that contact and slide across. Like I said, kind of a bang-bang play. Could have not quite been set enough. I mean, you can make an argument there, but McFarland got in position. Howard just kind of maybe, I think, just a little bit of dip of that shoulder. That's where that official must have wanted to warrant that call. So 12.2 seconds. Swanson out the floor, exits the center circle to the right, leading it to Colton Large. Almost gets it knocked away. Blaze Hensley now with it. Stops in the corner. 2 seconds. Swanson's got to heave one at the buzzer on the way. Can't get that one to drop in. And that'll take Triton 7-5 lead into the second quarter. We'll take a break. Be back here in just a moment.
Some see a student athlete working hard in the weight room. We see a future leader learning there are no shortcuts to success. Some see a start to a swim meet. We see the starting blocks for life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
All right, second quarter about to get underway. Andy O'Hara alongside me here this morning. We got Caden running a lot of our, well, I guess OCR expert this morning, and then, of course, the Hall of Famer Orion Limler here for the Triton Trojan Sports Network, broadcasting live on YouTube and the IHSAA Champions Network, here for this JV contest semifinal between the two sides. Well, Ryan was excited. We'll just say it out loud so Kenny can hear. We found a secret to OCR this morning. I wonder if Kenny's listening to get that. Should we just surprise him?
Yeah, I think we should.
Oh, we'll surprise. We'll say that surprise for Kenny later. We did a thing.
Oh, it's going to save us so much time.
We did a thing. So Logan Alexander will now be out there for the Falcons here to start this quarter, as Romer will take a seat. So the rest of the starting 5 will continue for the Falcons. And for Triton, their starting 5 of Hensley, Swanson, McFarland, Johnson, and Large will be out there on the floor. As Caleb Ochin said, hey, we got the ball. He must have had his coffee. He's awake. Oh, boy. Johnson now on the left side looking. Goes to Colton Large. Tries to feed it back to him. Almost throws it away. Lucky play there for the Trojans to keep themselves alive. Swanson, top of the key, dribbles in, stops in the free throw. No look pass down to McFarland, and he gets that one to drop in off the assist. Swanson co-signs that deposit to the scoreboard.
Largest lead up to 4.
How did you see that looking down there? Or you just keep tracking your
Hit
head?
in my head.
Oh, well, that's good. We don't need a stat computer. We got a Ryan. Glenn turns it over. McFarland going to spin. He's going to turn it and give it right back to him. Arnett's going to check in for Max Johnson. Howard now trying to get reset. Stops in the left wing. Dead ball. McFarland trying to get a swat, get a piece of it. Now gets it to Messer. Arnett picks him up with those long arms up there at the top of the key. Nance attacks now. Hop step. Kicks it out. Jamison Swanson with the active hands. Makes the steal. And a foul call on the Falcons. It looks like it's going to be on Nance. That'll be his second personal, team's first of the quarter. – We've decided on where we're going for lunch, right?
If we have time.
If we have to. Oh, well, I mean,
Wish Kenny could come.
I know he could. Well, he could. He's got to get here first. Levi McFarland for three. Off the iron. No good. Up high off of the backboard. No call on the top there. Alexander gets the rebound, and back go the Falcons. Howard now with the basketball. Driving to the basket. Up off the window. Bank is closed. It's a fight for it. Messer and Arnett tie up. And the Falcons hang on to it. So they'll get the rebound.
Who tried that shot?
That was Howard. Number 20. Good job, Caden. Way to ask the right question. Messer now in the corner. It's amazing what he does when he doesn't have his phone in his hand.
Mm-hmm.
Howard gets it. Leads it to Messer. Bit of action at the top of the key, trying to see if they can open a seam in the middle. Out to Messer now. He'll try the dribble, drive in the paint, leads it down to Alexander. Swanson got a piece of it. Howard puts it up and in. Gets his first 2 points. Blaze Hensley for three. Straight away, count it. Levi McFarland co-signs that deposit to the scoreboard. And Hensley's got his second three of the ball game. Howard tries to go down into Nance, but can't quite corral it on the baseline. They'll turn it over. Too hot of a pass leading him. Nance frustrated. Reassures Howard on the way through as they get set on defense. McFarland directing traffic. Trying to orchestrate the offense. Messer goes for broke as Max Johnson back in the game now for Colton Large. Oh, nice pass from Jamison Swanson to Max Johnson. Tell you what, you want to see a young man pass the ball and get excited. That Jamison Swanson, man, let me tell you. Eyes in the back of his head. You don't dare play pool with him, Caden. And a foul call now going to be on Blaze Hensley. That'll be his first, team's first of the quarter, and Colton Large back in the ball game. Nyman now to inbound. Colton Large back in the ball game for Levi McFarland. I talked to Coach Ochin last night. I said, how do you feel going with 6 against like 10 today? I guess it's more than that. 10.
Wow. I
12.
guess I didn't notice that.
12,
Yeah.
12.
They got a bench.
They got a whole other team. Messer leads it to Howard underneath with the floater off the back iron, too strong. Max Johnson with the rebound. Swanson drives, kicks out. Blaze Hensley with the up fake. Steps back for three on the way. Side iron no good. Swanson's putback's good. Rebound and basket for Swanson. Howard now on the right side. Leaves it for Nance in the corner. Alexander now 3:20 to go here in the second. Triton leading by 9. Howard hands it to Alexander, top of the key. Out to Messer. Then trying to get that offense to open up. And a full timeout for the Falcons. See if Cade remembers. Did you hit? Yeah. Look at that. But I'm telling you, when he doesn't have his phone, he is spectacular, let me tell you.
Oh, Kenny be proud too.
Kenny be proud too, yes.
Since he's the one that set that up.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, well, it's Kenny's buttons. But see, I although I had to write on his hand so he knew.
I didn't even look at it. Also, I'm missing a Triton foul.
You can ask. Or who do you need on?
I'm missing a foul for this quarter.
For this quarter? It was on Blaze. Yep, my bad. I said kind of quick there to start. Yeah, see, but see, I had to write it on his hand. That's how I used to take notes, Orion. I used to write it down on my hand. It was just an extra notepad, Caden. Both of you flip your headsets up at the same time and take a drink. I talked to you both, and you just do that to me. I'm telling you, it's like asking Michelle a question.
I've never been one to write on my hands or.
Oh, I have. I had back in the day when I had to do chores and stuff. We had One barn on this hand, one barn on this hand. I had it all figured out.
At least you're not like some of the kids who draw like.
Oh no! Oh no! I don't do that. These were note taking. I used to write down my arm too. Hey, when it was out in the farm, you had to make do.
Do you do it for tests?
No, I did not. Nance on the side of the lane, elevates for a jumper and drops that one in. Nance back on the board, gets his third basket of the contest. Leading all scorers with 7. McFarland on the right wing, up on top to Swanson. Down to McFarland, reverse land, rim denies it, gets his own rebound, put back is good.
Leads back to 9.
McFarland now with 6. Tied with Blaze Hensley, the team high. Messer drives up on the left side of the lane, up and in. Both offenses really starting to wake up here in this second quarter. 17 points combined. Swanson now uses the screen to his right. Pull-up jumper, side of the lane, up short of the mark, no good. Colton Large gets the rebound, gives it right back to Swanson. McFarland now to Colton Large. Big man, spin move underneath, spin cycle, up and in. Colton Large, fancy footwork there leading to that one. Howard up the floor in a hurry. Goes to Alexander on the right wing. Across the way to Messer in the corner. Now he'll try the drive. Behind the back dribble, trying to lose Max Johnson. Good defense there by the freshman. Messer goes down to Nyman. Leads it to Nance. Nance stops to Howard. He'll drive the baseline. Good defense by McFarland, but Howard tries the attempt, doesn't quite get to the basket. Colton Large comes away with the basketball. Final minute here before halftime. Triton with the lead by 9. Matches the largest lead here in this first half for the Trojans. Johnson at the free throw line. Goes to Large on the opposite side. Hands it to Swanson. Leads it down to Max Johnson. Johnson backing down. Fadeaway jumper for the big man. Side iron no good. McFarland tips it, but Nance comes away with the rebound for the Falcons. 48 seconds now to go before halftime. Alexander on the right wing. Puts on the brakes. Leaves it back for Nance. Nyman runs and patrols the middle. Outside to Alexander on the wing. Messer. Dribble drive with the left-handed runner. Can't drop it in. And a foul call on the rebound. This may be on Colton Large. And it is. So Colton Large picks up the foul. That'll be the team's second of the quarter. And Blaze Hensley back in the ball game on behalf of Jaden Arnett. Messer checks out and Romer checks in. Nance waits. Fakes the handoff. He'll drive the baseline. Lost control. McFarland comes in and forces the jump ball and that turnover. Nice play by Levi McFarland to spin there and then use that momentum to spin into him. And Caleb Ochin going to take a timeout now for the Trojans. Looks like it'll be a 30-second timeout. Nobody's sitting down, so I'm going to guess that's what it is. Looks like it, yep. Of course, earlier today we had the Culver and Glenn JV girls game, so Culver punched their ticket to the championship game later on this morning, or noon.
Hopefully we can get over there and set up for it.
We're going to see how fast we are. The worst part is I got to crawl underneath and get the power undone first, and then.
That's true. We do need it over there.
We're going to need it over there. So power's. You're going to have to move quick. If not, we will do our best. We might be a little late on that stream and watch the girls JV championship. Of course, we'll be back over there, and then of course tonight we're going to cover both boys and girls varsity games. Bremen will play Glenn. Triton will be playing LaVille for the Bi-County Championship for the varsity sides, respectively. Did a little history on some stuff last night, at least for the boys. The girls I didn't do so much, but I can do that in a hurry. That's what I'm doing in our break today between the two. 7 seconds on the clock. McFarland, pull-up jumper, side of the lane, hits the iron, no good. Nance with the rebound. And that's going to do it for the first half. Triton's taking a 20-11 lead into the halftime locker room. Jaden, you took your stats. You want to read them off? Make sure you change your quarter there, too.
I will.
We'll let Kaden read them off. I think you are. Yep, you're good to go. There you go.
Triton 2 for 2 for free throws, 6 for 10 on 2-point, and 2 for 9 for 3 points with one turnover. Glenn has not shot a free throw, 4 for 8 on 2-point, 1 for 3 for 3-point, and 6 turnovers. For Glenn.
Oh, wait a minute. That is
That's
not
not
is not right.
Nope.
Well, we'll fix that. We'll get the player stuff all fixed, and we'll get that back to you. And we'll be back here after halftime right here on the Triton Trojan Sports Network.
Some see a student athlete working on his shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Some see a student athlete working hard in the weight room. We see a future leader learning there are no shortcuts to success. Some see a start to a swim meet. We see the starting blocks for life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Some people see a huddle in the locker room. We see a second classroom. Some see a student athlete on the court. We see a future leader in the community. You see, high school sports in Indiana are special. That's because they're about learning and growing, not just winning and losing. Fans, I'm Commissioner Paul Neidig. Support education-based athletics in Indiana by buying a ticket to your high school's next athletic event.
At Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, we're not just good at insurance. We're good at Emma and Jake's just baby-proof their 2-bedroom bungalow to prepare for baby number 1 insurance.
We're good at Madeline and Chance's just gave in and became minivan people to make room for baby number 2 insurance.
And we're good at Gabby and Nate's just moved to a house with a bigger backyard to welcome fur baby number 3 insurance. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
Some see a wrestling match. We see a 6-minute lesson in grit. Some see a coach sending a runner home. We see a mentor guiding a student athlete into the future. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Some see a student athlete working on his shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Some see a wrestling match. We see a 6-minute lesson in grit. Some see a coach sending a runner home. We see a mentor guiding a student athlete into the future. Some see a volleyball match. We see a student athlete learning how to be poised under pressure. Some see a high school football stadium. We see the one place where the whole community comes together. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Some see a student athlete working hard in the weight room. We see a future leader learning there are no shortcuts to success. Some see a start to a swim meet. We see the starting blocks for life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
At Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, we're not just good at insurance. We're good at Matt's one-car, two-bedroom apartment with a home office/home gym insurance. We're good at Nick's SUV and farmhouse with a remodeled kitchen/art gallery insurance.
And we're good at the Wilbur suburban home with the two-car garage/rehearsal space insurance.
Have you seen my hockey socks?
Have you checked your sock drawer?
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
This morning. I'm awake, I hope. And Glenn controls the tip. Nance, corner three from the way. Counted. Off the. Now to Blaze Hensley. He'll dial a three. Answers back. Blaze Hensley. Trip. Nance underneath. Off the assist. Banks open. Good tie by Messer. Good adjustment. Banks open. Colton Large with a nice move. Drives on the side of the lane. Goes up with it. And a charge call. Levi McFarland drawing it. Tops the key, dribbles in, stops the free throw. No look pass down to McFarland, and he gets that one to drop in off the dribble, driving the paint, leads it down to Alexander. Swanson got a piece of it. Howard puts it up and in. Gets his first 2 points. Blaze Hensley for three. Straight away, count it. Oh, nice pass from Jamison. Swanson with the up fake. Steps back for three on the way. Side iron, no good. Swanson's putback's good. No, I did not. Nance on the side lane elevates for a jumper. McFarland reverse lane, rim denies it. Gets his own rebound. Put back is good. Blaze Hensley, the team high. Messer drives up on the left side of the lane, up and in. Now to Colton Large. Big man, spin move underneath, spin cycle, up and in. All right, second half about to get underway here. About a minute and a half before that gets started. I'm Andy O'Hara. With me here this morning. Got Caden running our stats and OCR export for the evening. Kenny's probably providing remote support. And the Hall of Famer Ryan Limler here for the Triton Trojan Sports Network, broadcasting live on YouTube and the IHSA Champions Network. Of course, we did learn during our halftime break that they do not have spell check over in Ireland. Lewis apparently can't. I don't know if he didn't have coffee or what he didn't do.
Is he watching?
He's watching.
Okay.
He's watching. He can't type to save his life apparently. Oh, he's texting me. Let's see if the Ireland typing works. I got a thumbs up.
He was too scared to type.
I think he's now resorted to emojis as the typing hasn't worked. But anyways, you go back to that first half there. I was just talking to the guys when these two teams met. Back on the 14th of January, it was a 7-point difference. It was 20. It was 20-13 at halftime, and the largest lead the entire game was 9. Right now, the largest lead thus far is 9. But in that third quarter, Gavin Myers, who's currently not on this JV roster as he's playing was on the varsity roster, came out and hit 6 threes. Gave him 19 points. That team went on a massive run in that third quarter, putting like a 16-4 output. So the Falcons start with the basketball. Howard, Romer, Nance, Messer, and Nyman out there. As Howard gets stopped there inside the wing, McFarland tips it away. He's out there with Swanson, Large, Johnson, and Blaze Hensley here to start this third quarter. Messer on the left wing, goes to Nyman, top of the key. Nance now goes to Romer. Oh, and he'll just bobble enough and he'll turn it over. Just couldn't quite keep that planted foot pinned down. So Triton will now get their first offensive possession. So you saw Triton was 60% from 2 in that first half. 2 and 9 from beyond the arc. Both those coming from Blaze Hensley. Swanson with the runner from the baseline. Can't get the friendly bounce. Max Johnson gets the rebound and he'll go to the ground. And it'll be a travel, so it'll be a turnover off the rebound. Well, you know, in watching Max Johnson hit the ground there, I mean, I'm sure the ground probably hurts more than he did. I mean, it looks like he just flopped onto a bed. I'll have to ask him if it really felt like that because it didn't look like it hurt. Messer straightaway 3, can't connect. Romer with the rebound and can't get the putback. It's a rebound again, and Triton rips it away. Glenn fans wanting a foul call. Colton Large drives, stops on the elbow. Swanson uses the screen, top of the key. Goes to McFarland up top, Blaze Hensley. Johnson calling for it. Messer rejects it from the lane. Not today. Full length of the floor he goes, and he will draw the foul. Our first foul here in the second half. And it's going to be on Jamison Swanson. That'll be his first here of the ball game. Did you get that? Jamison foul. It didn't pop up there. There you go. Messer's first free throw connects. This is their first trip to the free throw line, and the ball game is catered. Known there at their halftime before we got the player stats kind of all squared away. Messer gets a perfect trip there. So both sides, one trip, perfect for either side. Messer did not score in that contest. He's got some points here in this one. Hensley, baseline jumper, can't connect. Max Johnson can't fight for it, but Messer with another rebound. He's been big here so far in this third quarter. Nance on the side of the lane, outside to Nyman. Messer calling for it. Now he'll drive. Side of the lane, left-handed runner. Can't finish too strong off the window. Blaze Hensley gets the long rebound. Quick pass. Max Johnson behind him. He can't corral it. Triton turns it over. A team that only had one turnover there at the break, now putting 3 here just to start this third quarter. Howard now working against McFarland. Goes to Messer. Leads it to Nance, top of the key. Now goes to Howard on the left wing. Down into Messer on the side of the block. Fadeaway jumper, can't drop it in. Rebound is fought for. It's going to be a jump ball call, and the Trojans will get it. The team will get the rebound. Good job by Howard to get in there and try to fight for it. Swanson now up the floor. Now goes to McFarland. Hensley. Swanson now top of the key. Uses that screen, stops with the dead ball there on the right wing, and he throws it away. Caleb Ochin. Just a quick conference. McFarland going to track Howard the whole way. Messer gets it up to the floor. Leads it back for Howard. Now he'll let the offense take shape. On top to Messer. to Nance in the right wing. Knocked away Colton Large. Off the steal, down the floor. Spinning, stops, goes to McFarland. Triton needs to settle down and get some composure back, just looking like they're running a little bit out of control. Blaze Hensley, pull-up jumper, blocked by Romer, and he gets the rebound. If you look at the two squads, Glenn playing a lot more under control than Triton thus far here to start this third quarter. Hasn't really translated to the scoreboard. Triton needs to kind of settle back down. Trying to cling to that lead right now. That's now down to 7. McFarland rips it away from Jamison Swanson. Nance the pressure up the floor. Messer almost rips it away again. Down into Max Johnson. Here comes the double team. He goes up and draws the foul. Will either be on Romer or Messer. We'll see what it is. And it's going to be on Messer. That'll be his first. Team's first of the quarter, Caden? Yes? So Max Johnson to the line. His first trip. And gets the friendly bounce. As Q said, just make sure the lid's completely lifted off. As Jaden Arnett will check in on behalf of Blaze Hensley. And Alexander will check in for Nance. Johnson high arcing free throw shot. Hits the front iron again, but bounces in. Perfect trip for him. So both sides points coming from the free throw line only here in this third quarter thus far. Howard rolls right, finds Messer. Messer leaves it for Alexander. He'll dial a three from straight away, connects. Logan Alexander on the board. It's her second three-point basket to drop. First here in the second half. Arnett will drive, kicks out to Swanson. Waiting for McFarland top of the key. Colton Large on the left side. Leaves it for Swanson. With the fake, he'll drive the baseline. Back to Colton Large. Levi McFarland. Wanted to go right, nothing there. Back to the left side here to the near side to Swanson. Works away from the screen. Leaves for Max Johnson on the left wing. Out to Swanson. He'll dial a three. Back iron, tattoo strong. Alexander gets a long rebound. Howard working against McFarland. Trying to stay in that man defense. A foul call here on Jamison Swanson. That'll be his second, team's second here of the quarter. It's liking that white in between those two. There you go. Nyman goes down into Messer off the inbound. To Alexander. It is 22-16. We'll get the scoreboard fixed here in just a minute. Up on top, Romer. Messer with the up fake in the corner. You can work on it. I'll keep you up to date. You're good. Howard now. Works near side to Nyman. Messer calling for on the elbow. Nyman elects to go across the way, opposite side of the other wing. Down to Messer in the low block. He'll try the attempt, up and in. Arnett now on the left wing. 7-2 run for the Falcons here. Blocked again by Messer off the Colton Large attempt. He gets his own rebound, or I guess he gets the ball off the deflection. It's been a quick third quarter, only a minute 23 to go here now.
So does that not count as a rebound?
Yes, it does.
Oh, okay.
Caleb Ochen going to take a 30-second timeout, try to refocus in his group.
Is Glenn's JV normally this big, or is that because the varsity can play since they lost, or how's that?
I don't know. They had players that played varsity that aren't playing right now. Their varsity didn't advance past Arkansas.
That's what I mean. But they could, if a varsity didn't advance, they can move down or not.
Well, I don't think.
Okay.
Because when we usually played here, we talk about that advancing back is when varsity, or like when JV got beat and it's a consolation game, they were allowed to bounce up. I think because they're still in contention to be able to play in the final, they cannot bump up into the chance for like to play for a champion, play for the championship team. You can't go up. Okay. But if you're in the consolation, I think you can bring a player down in there if you have to.
I see.
That's my understanding. It's not.
So the Triton varsity boys must be at home right now warming up.
Well, I haven't seen them, so
Well, I don't think Jason's here.
No, neither is
Or they're
Blake.
watching this. I don't know.
Well, I hope they had a full breakfast. I'm beginning to regret not having breakfast this morning.
You never have breakfast.
I know I never have, but I didn't realize it was almost lunchtime and it's starting to – it's all right. I can miss some meals. Jaden Arnett, corner three, gets it on the board. And a nice assist leading to that one. Well, Kenny's listening. And now one will get – oh, Romer will get on the far side and almost turn over. Howard now outside. Alexander for three. He answers with a three-pointer of his own. He's got 2 3-pointers here in this quarter as a team. 10-5 outburst. Triton needing to answer. This 10-5.
Closest it's been in quite a while. 4 points.
This is kind of what you saw in that game earlier. Back at the Trojan Trents earlier this season. Now goes to Large to Arnett here on the left wing. Up on top to Swanson with the head fake. Backdoor goes to McFarland, but Max Johnson is there to tip it in, but cannot quite get to straighten out, and that's going to do it for the first or the end of here the third quarter. Triton leads 25-21. We'll take a quick break. Back right after this.
Some see a student athlete working on his shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Some see a student athlete working hard in the weight room. We see a future leader learning there are no shortcuts to success. Some see a start to a swim meet. We see the starting blocks for life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
All right, fourth quarter about to get underway. 4-point ball game, a 10-5 scoring outburst for the Falcons in that quarter. Led by 2 big threes by Alexander, but it was James Messer. And those 6 points he had. And, of course, all the off-ball move, the rebounds and the steals, the pressure he gave, really kind of propelling his team back into this ball game. Alexander, Howard, Messer, Nance, and Nyman the 5. Out there for the Falcons. Arnett, McFarland, Large, Johnson, and Swanson. The group out there to start this quarter for the Trojans. Down to Messer on the low block. On the right side of the lane, gets some pressure. Out to Nance, he'll try a three. Can't connect side of the lane, and a foul call underneath the basket on away from the ball. And there's going to be a foul on Levi McFarland. Off the rebound, so trying to pick up their first foul here at the quarter, and Blaze Hensley will check in for Arnett. The players were battling for position. We're going to say he pushed off trying to get that rebound. As Howard will try the inbound. Triggers it, trying to set it in motion, looking. Now finds Nance on the left block. He'll back down. Pull-up jumper from inside the lane. Can't get down to drop in. Max Johnson with the rebound. Swanson back the other way. Into Colton Large. Now he'll drive the baseline. Skips it across to Hensley. Fakes it right. Pulls up for three. Can't connect. Short of the mark. Tipped around. McFarland gets the offensive rebound. Out to Swanson. He'll let the offense reset. Now goes to McFarland. Now to Large. He'll scan. Goes to Blaze Hensley. Stops in the short corner. Now goes to McFarland. Oh, good feet down to McFarland. Up off the window. No good. Touch by Max Johnson. And it goes back the other way. Could be in for some fireworks here in this fourth quarter. Triton got that lead early in that first quarter. Haven't looked back, but now the Falcons starting to threaten here in the second half. Nyman drives inside the wing, and Blaze Swanson rips it away. And they're going to get a foul on a push from Nyman. Be his first, team's first. 12, yes, sorry. And so Romer will check in for him. Swanson now goes to McFarland, and Romer, no call as he falls to the floor. Hensley for a corner three. Can't connect Max Johnson with the offensive board. Now to Swanson. Calling for the screen. He'll use it to his left. Steps back, left wing three off of the window. No good. Gets his own rebound. The hustle play underneath the baseline now is Swanson. He gets tied up in a travel call, and Triton turns it over. Howard now working against Levi McFarland. Up the floor to Messer. Trying to lead it down in. Max Johnson didn't quite get his fingertips on it, so the Falcons will take it over. Or will turn it over, rather. They're giggle at me. You want to try this in the second half? Be my guest. Just remember, everybody can hear it on YouTube. McFarland out top the key, goes to Swanson, uses the screen with the head fake. Now he drives, and a foul call on the Falcons. I didn't see. It looked like it might be on 21. Might be on Nance. Thir 13, they're going to call it on Alexander. Okay, there we go. Good job, Brian. That clarification saved us, too. Out to Blaze Hensley. Off the inbound, wing three. Does not catch the rim. Touched by Howard. And he'll stay right here. That's the second guessing himself on that shot there. That's what caused it to go short. Knocked out of bounds by Messer. Stays here, so we'll have to reset. The officials kind of change positions on the floor. Colton Large now. High drives. Here goes Spence trying to get some room there. And drops it in. Large now with 6. Caden? Yes. Messer with the runner in the middle of the lane. Up high off the window and good. Messer continues to climb. 8 points for him. And a travel call. So Triton will turn it over. Now up to their 7th turnover by our count. The Falcons really starting to clean things up. Coach Ochin calling out his offensive set. Connor Shreve talking to his offense. Howard works it to Alexander. Three-pointer on the way. He's been hot, but now he's cooled off after that miss. Messer with the rebound. And a charge, and Howard. McFarland got in position yet again, but Howard just that dip of that shoulder and the aggressive go through is where the foul's going to get called. McFarland took a nasty fall. And that's one thing with that charge where that can do is, it takes away those aggressive drives. And Glenn, a very good team that can drive the basketball. Now they're going to make him second guess every time they go to try to drive. So McFarland draws his second charge of the game. Hands it to Swanson. Oh, good feed to Arnett. Goes up with the run off the window. It's denied. Romer with the rebound. Leaves it for Nance. To Alexander in the corner. Now to Messer. Oh, good crossover. Hop step. Goes up with it. through contact, cannot get the foul call. Marnette with the rebound. Goes to Johnson inside the three-point line. Outside to Swanson. Feeds it to Colton Large underneath. Up and no, can't get down to tip in. Max Johnson tries to get it. It's off the foot of Nance, and there's Jameson Swanson gets the ball. Down into Max Johnson again. He draws the foul, and it doesn't drop. He'll go to the line for 2. The foul's going to be on Messer, I believe. Yes. Be his second. Team's 4th of the quarter. It looks like Nyman about to check back in. It's Max Johnson to the line. Triton's first missed free throw, first missed free throw of the late morning. It's not quite noon yet. Of course, it's late afternoon in Ireland, since Lewis is still watching. Mid to late afternoon. Johnson connects. 1 of 2 on that trip. Lead now to 5. Nyman on the far side. Goes to Romer. Messer, top of the key, leaves it for Nance. Now to Alexander. He'll drive. Goes to Messer. They'll work it. Messer dials the 3. Too strong. Didn't quite catch the rim, but hit the backboard. Colton Large with the rebound. Swanson slows it down and brings up the floor. Alexander going to greet him right before the line. Swanson trying to clear out. Now to Arnett. Goes to McFarland. Fighting through as Nyman with some nice defense. Colton Large down in the corner. Timeout for Caleb Ochin. Connor Shreve pleading for a call as the players collide. It'll be a full timeout because that's all Triton has left. They will have 2 timeouts remaining. You or me? My phone.
Not me.
Not my phone. That wasn't the NBA on NBC. That wasn't Round Ball Rock. Wonder why that popped up then. Why I said someone was working on it. I don't know.
So we've been shorthanded the past couple days, and we want to wish Chris and Silas.
Yeah, they need to get feeling better.
They need to.
I had to carry more things this week than I've ever had to do.
I texted Silas this morning. I said you guys thought he was dead, and he hasn't answered yet.
Well, now I know we know he's not.
Oh yeah.
We texted him last night. Although a little response in a text would be nice, Silas, if you're listening.
Some people were missing him this morning.
Yeah, he did. There were some people asking him about his well-being. They are not from Triton, however, that were asking about him. And of course, they were just checking on his well-being. They checked last night and the night before.
Yep.
Oh my! The joys of Bi-County. Large now goes to McFarland. Ooh, that was close. Oh, Alexander with the steal. McFarland trying to knock it away from behind. Colton Large there to take it away the other side. Now he's up for McFarland. They got numbers. Up, tipped, and it's going to be taken away by the Falcons. He had Arnett and Johnson. Now this time Swanson takes it away. A tale of turnovers as Swanson going to get fouled, and now he'll go to the line.
So
it's going to be on Messer.
By the look of the players that just came in, I'm guessing we'd be playing. The winner of this game would be playing New Prairie.
Yes. Gonna guess.
They're sitting right in front of us now.
Oh, well, there's your answer. So Messer picks up that now. Triton will be in the bonus the rest of the way out of regulation here. Swanson good on the first. This is his first trip. Appreciate everybody watching here this morning. Swanson again, in and out. So Triton 2 or 4 of the last 2 free throws. And Johnson going to travel and turn it over. Right now it's hit double digits in turnovers after that last travel call. 1:37 to go in regulation. 6 points separate the two sides. Nance corrals the low pass on the left wing looking. Knocked away by Colton Large, and he tries to chop at it, but he's going to get called for a foul. He's going to come across there with that foul. So Colton Large is going to pick up the foul, his second, team second of the quarter. Right idea, trying to knock it away, just got Nance on the arm. And now Glenn going to call their second timeout of the game. It will be a full timeout. So they will have 2 30s and 1 full remaining as Caden works on the scoreboard. It all looks fine to me.
Some reason sometimes
the fouls are trying to read 9. What? Now see, Caden, you're doing this stuff real fast here. This is what happens when you don't have your phone. You're gonna get tired of that comment after the day, aren't you?
I don't know how they got, they banned the phones during class now, or
well, I sure
it's
hope.
been a long time coming, I think. I mean,
I must not have given Caden's reaction.
If
I don't know.
He can stand to have it during class. He can stand to have it for an hour and a half.
We had the flip phones and the big phones. They didn't work in the school, so I don't know what. Well, I really don't know what distracted us.
Let's say not a lot of people actually listen to that rule. I do, but not a lot.
Yeah,
of
you
people.
better do, or that thing's going to end up in a spot in the house. You'll never see it again. Nyman now top of the key, works it on over to Alexander on the right wing. Out of the timeout here, 1:20 to go in the ball game. Howard on the left side. Goes to Nyman up top. Now he starts to work. Now to Howard. Leaves it for Messer. Low pass. He's got to corral it. Here comes the pressure from Johnson. Messer drives into the lane. Hop step up off the window and good. Messer now with 10. Swanson now with it. And a foul call. Foul is going to be on. I didn't catch it.
I didn't either.
He did it so fast I didn't catch it. So it's either going to be Nyman or it's going to be Alexander. I didn't catch who it was. It was so fast. I thought it was a 10, but there's no 10 out there.
Maybe 13 then.
We could have tried 13. It might be 13. Yeah, go with 13, Caden. So Swanson connected on the first. Good on the second.
Or 12. I just seen the 12s out there.
I know that's where I was struggling, trying to see it. Howard lost it high. Colton Large comes out of nowhere to knock it away. Trying to get down the floor, and he'll greet the brick wall and can't quite keep it alive, but with 40 seconds to go.
And we don't often mention this, but our clock is probably 0.2 of a second behind the actual clock if it comes down to that.
Yeah. Sore subject. Howard uses the screen set for Messer. He'll drive. Steps it on over to Nyman for a corner three to cut it in half. Cannot do so. Messer gets the rebound. Putbacks up and no good. Tipped around and goes off the hand of Triton. It'll stay here with Glenn.
Fouls on 20 that we missed.
Foul was on 20 that we missed, Caden.
Who shot the putback?
Messer. Nance now corner three on the way. Hits the iron, no good. Tipped up by Nyman, no good. Off the hand of McFarland, and it'll stay here. Did you get that foul fixed? If not, it's okay. Okay, you're good. That one off the mark by Messer, no good. Arnett with the rebound and a foul call, so Jaden Arnett will go to the line for two. Golly. He's just enough of an. It might be on 20.
Kenny might let us know.
Yeah,
I don't know if I had the camera on it, though.
No, it was kind of quick. We'll give it to 20, I guess, maybe. Well, that would give him 4. Yeah, that's – Arnett's good with that one. So, I mean, even with – we're trying to figure it out. That is, I don't know if that really threatens anybody fouling out yet. It's just team fouls, so just you're good. So Arnett with 12, just shy of 12.5 seconds per. Oh, in and out. Off on the other one. Running out of time, 7 seconds. Messer. Oh, double dribble, and he's going to turn it over. And that just about might do it. As Triton's going to punch their ticket. They'll play New Prairie in the championship game as of it stands right now.
It was 20.
It was 20. Okay, well, there you go. And that's going to do it. Triton is going to go back to this JV championship here at the Bi-County. We'll push those stats across, Caden, let you read them off, and we're going to get tore down in a hurry and get to the next gym. Going to look like the Indy 500 pit crew. So we will be changing streams. We will be back for the JV boys final with the girls one. Well, we'll see if we can get it up in time.
Is that right?
Yeah. No, well,
No.
Close enough. It was 15-1. The score
May not have synced that quick.
I didn't sync that quick yet. It might here in just a moment. Yes, now we're good. Yes, we're good now.
Triton 9 for 12 for free throws, 7 for 18 on field goal, 3 for 15 on 3-point with 11 turnovers. John Glenn 2 for 2, perfect for free throws, 7 for 18 on field goal, 3 for 11 on 3-point with 15 turnovers. John Glenn, Messer with 10, Drennan Nance with 7, Alexander with 6, Howard with 2. For the Trojans, Hensley with 6, McFarland with 6, Large with 6, Swanson and Johnson both with 5.
I think you messed up because Arnett should have had a point. But that's okay. So Jade Arnett did have a point from the free throw line, but that's going to do it here for this one. We're going to get tore down and get to the next gym. And until next time, remember the Trojan way. This morning. I'm awake, I hope. And Glenn controls the tip. Nance, corner 3 from the way. Counted. Off the. Now to Blaze Hensley. He'll dial a 3. Answers back. Blaze Hensley. Trip. Nance underneath. Off the assist. Banks open. Good tie by Messer. Good adjustment. Banks open. Colton Large with a nice move. Drives on the side of the lane. Goes up with it. And a charge call. Levi McFarland drawing it. Top of the key. Dribbles in. Stops the free throw. No look. Pass down to McFarland. And he gets that one to drop in off the dribble. Driving the paint. Leads it down to Alexander. Swanson got a piece of it. Howard puts it up and in. Gets his first 2 points. Blaze Hensley for 3. Straight away. Count it. Oh, nice pass from Jamison. Swanson with the up fake. Steps back for 3 on the way. Side iron no good. Swanson's putback's good. No, I did not. Nance on the side lane elevates for a jumper. McFarland reverse lane rim denies it. Gets his own rebound. Put back is good. Blaze Hensley for the team high. Messer drives up on the left side of the lane, up and in. Now to Colton Large. Big man, spin move underneath, spin cycle, up and in. Messer leaves it for Alexander. He'll dial a 3 from straight away, connects. Crossed away, opposite side of the other wing. Down to Messer in the low block. He'll try the attempt, up and in. A 7-2 run for the Falcons here. Blocked again by Messer off the Colton Large. I can miss some meals. Jaden Arnett, corner 3, gets it on the board. Alexander for 3. He answers with a 3-pointer of his own. High drives. Here goes Spin trying to get some room there. And drops it in. Yes. Messer with the runner in the middle of the lane. Up high off the window and good. And a charge. And Howard. McFarland got in position. Pressure from Johnson. Messer drives middle of the lane. Hop step up off the window and good.